Alright, YouTube. I'm back, man. It's day. I'm back with another YouTube video, dog. The topic of the day is going to be that 2024 had to be a bust so that 2025 could be the breakthrough. 2024 had to be a bust so that 2025 could be the breakthrough. 2024 had to be a bust so that 2025 could be a breakthrough. What do I mean by that? Everything that you went through 2024, I'm pretty sure when you started off this year, you thought that this was going to be your year. You thought this was going to be the year that you upgraded your life mentally, physically, financially, and spiritually. But somehow we in December, January is right around the corner, and you feel like you haven't accomplished anything that you set out to. You feel like your life is still in the same place. You feel like you still haven't made any major changes, and we're going into 2025, so you probably feel disappointed, right? But I'm here to challenge your perspective and shift your mindset towards what did or didn't happen this year, right? All the emotional suffering that you went through, all of the pain, all the loss, all the trials and tribulations, all the confusion, the disappointment, all of the God's no's that you wanted to be yes, all the denial, all the rejection, all of this had to happen in 2024, right? And we can't look at it as if we fell short. We can't look at it as if we fell short or as if we failed or as if we didn't get what we were supposed to get, because truth is we got exactly what we were supposed to get. Anything that has caused us pain this year, it was to build us up into a more stronger individual so that we'll be more fully equipped to steward the blessings that God is trying to bestow upon us in this upcoming year, right? And that's the only way we can think about it. Yeah, you messed up this year. Yeah, you made some bad choices. Yeah, you probably fell off. Yeah, you probably lacked discipline. Yeah, you probably lacked consistency. Yeah, you did. But the only thing that we can do is learn from shortcomings. The only thing that we can do is learn from our quote-unquote failures. The only thing that we can do is take the lessons from everything that we didn't accomplish and use them and learn from them so that we can move forward towards these accomplishments going into 2025. A lot of people right now are going on YouTube and looking up certain videos on how to do this, or what do I need to be doing to make 2025 my best year? What different changes do I need to make? Or everybody's just trying to figure out, how can I make 2025 my best year? So I want to reference the Bible, 2 Corinthians 8:10, right? It says, this is what I think you should do. Last year, you were the first people to give money. You really wanted to do that. So the best thing for you is to finish what you started to do. When you started, you wanted very much to do it. Now you should want just as much to finish it. You should give what you are able to give. If you really want to give, then God will accept your gift. God does not want you to give more than you are able to give. He will be happy about what you can give, right? We're gonna go over the important part. So the best thing for you to do is finish what you started to do. Now finish the work. When you started it, you wanted very much to do it. Now you should want just as much to finish it. So what do I think when I read over this verse? Going into 2025, do we really need to be having these super big revelations, or trying to make these super big changes, or trying to seek answers and guidance from everyone else about what we should be doing with our lives for our new year? Or do we just need to finish what we started to embark on this 2024? Do we need to finish the goals? Do we need to finish indulging in the processes that's going to help us achieve the goals that we originally set for 2024, instead of jumping ship and trying to do something completely different 2025? No. Like God said, finish what you started. Finish what you started before you started engaging in all of the distractions. Finish what you started before you started picking up in all the toxic cycles and toxic habits that you were engaging in. Finish what you started before you decided to take reps off. Finish what you started before you got off your purpose, before you got knocked off of your pivot. There's no video that you can watch on YouTube that's going to tell you what you need to do to make 2025 your best year. And even if you do get the information, it may not even apply to you yourself, because everybody has different goals, everybody has different ambitions, everybody has different visions. And on top of that, everybody has a different level of energy that they can give based on what it is that they desire and what it is that they're trying to achieve. So you may be watching one video or listening to one person telling you to do a certain thing, and that has no like what they're telling you to do is not even applicable to the desires that you're trying to achieve, or the outcomes that you're trying to achieve, or the person that you're trying to become going into 2025. So the best thing that we can do is just finish what we started. Just because you fell short of everything that you were trying to achieve in 2024 don't mean that you go into 2025 and try to do a whole brand new thing. You didn't even accomplish your initial goals for this year. So why not go into 2025 with a more focused mindset, with a more locked in vision? I'm saying this because I started off day trading this year and I got so distracted. I got so thrown off of my pivot. And now I'm thinking about making a career change, trying to become a financial advisor instead of just switching my path. And it's like, why would I jump ship? It says, now finish the work. When you started, you wanted very much to do it. Now you should want just as much to finish it. Why would I switch gears now? If I'm switching gears, that means I need to be turning up the speed, not switching and trying to get into a whole nother vehicle and go to a whole nother destination. Unless the destination that you were going to was toxic and it wasn't serving you. But if it's something that's deep down inside of you that you know you still want to accomplish, don't switch gears just because it didn't happen this year. Greatness doesn't happen overnight. If you didn't go through all of the trials and tribulations and the shortcomings and the losses and the disappointments that you went through this year in 2024, then how do you know that you would even be able to have the wisdom, or have the maturity, or have the endurance, or have the mental fortitude, or have the durability to be able to stand in the position of the person that you're trying to be? You get what I'm saying? Had I not took all these losses in 2024, had I not lost $7,000 to $8,000, had I not lost my mental sanity, had I not gone through broken relationships, had I not questioned my worth and my self-value, had I not got knocked off of my discipline, had I not gotten loose on my boundaries, I wouldn't have known the amount of focus it really took to stay locked in as a day trader and to really show up every day with a mental focusedness as sharp as a snake's fang. You get what I'm saying? So how do you know everything that you went through this year didn't serve you for a better purpose? How do you know that that breakup didn't help you? How do you know that them car troubles that you were going through didn't help you? How do you know that them health issues that you were going through this year didn't help you? See, everything that we went through this year that disabled us from reaching our 2024 goals, I promise you, the only thing that it did was give us more strength to help us become enabled for our 2025 goals. See, what God did this year was strip us down of everything. He took everything from us. See, what God wanted us to do was become humble. He wanted to not humiliate us in a bad way, but he wanted us to leave our arrogance at the door. He wanted us to leave our pridefulness at the door. He wanted us to leave our stubbornness at the door. He wanted to show us what it felt like when we go and do stuff within our own will. He wanted to show us what it felt like when we ignored all his warnings. He wanted us to know what it felt like to be like, all right, God, I hear what you're saying, but I'm gonna do stuff my own way. He wanted us to know what it felt like and pay the consequences. He wanted us to be at our lowest of our lows so that we know what it felt like to be doing things without him and without his approval, right? I got another Bible verse that I took off of one of Mark the Messenger's videos. It's Romans 5:3-5, King James Version. It says, and not only so, but we glory in tribulations, also knowing that tribulations works patience, and patience works experience, and experience works hope. And hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of God is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Ghost, which is given unto us. You get what I'm saying? If everything goes perfect for you this year, and you get everything that you desire, are you still the same person? Or does everything that you wanted to achieve, if you achieve it, does that person that achieves those things, those goals, does that person self-destruct and wind up losing it all anyway? 2024 had to be a bust so that 2025 could be a breakthrough. See, God had to make us one of his people so that we could learn how to steward the gifts that he gave us. God wanted us to learn more wisdom. God wanted us to learn more wisdom so that we cannot be susceptible of our ignorance. God wanted us to learn more wisdom so that we would not be vulnerable, or that we would not perish due to our own ignorance. Get what I'm saying? God wanted us to learn what it felt like to be weak so that we really understood what it really takes to gain strength, and not only to gain strength, to maintain it. Get what I'm saying? I didn't write anything down on this video, so I know it's not the best, but it's like, I went through so much this year. I went through so much this year. 6 months of the year was not even mine. And I could easily just be like, damn, 2024 sucked. I didn't accomplish anything. I didn't get anything done. All I did was mess up and make bad choices. But it's like, I learned. Did you learn something this year? Out of every mistake that you made, out of every bad choice that you made, out of every unfortunate and unforeseen circumstances that held you up from accomplishing something that you want to accomplish this year, did you take something away from it? Did you learn from it? Because if you didn't, then the same thing is bound to happen again in 2025. Everybody keeps preaching, oh, 2025 is my year. No, it's not that 2025 is your year. It's just that 2025 is your time. 2025 is your time to take heed to all of the lessons and all of the wisdom that has been trying to be instilled upon you in this 2024. Not that it's your year, it's just your time. It's your time to step into your calling. It's your time to step into your purpose. It's your time to take this shit seriously. That's what it is. Because every year is your year. You're here and God's giving you another year to be here. But it's your year to open your eyes. It's your year to open your ears. It's your year to open up your heart and let God in and really, really understand that I only get one shot at this. I only get one chance at this. This is what 2025 is for. I only get one life. I only get one day. If you really think about it, every day is the only day that you really have promised. So am I going to continue to go into this new year with the same habits that I had last year? No, I cannot do that. I can't do that. This year, 2024 was a bust so that you could learn what it felt like to take days off. 2024 was a bust so that you could learn how small one minute distraction, how one minor distraction can throw you off for a whole year. That's what 2024 was here to show you. 2024 was here to show you the cost of lack of discipline. That's what 2024 was here to show you. That's why your shortcomings was here. It was here to show you how sacrificing pleasure. It was here to show you how sacrificing discipline or pleasure will destroy you and take you off of your trajectory for the whole year and kill all your momentum. Like, I don't know. I knew this video was gonna come out perfect and it's cold outside and I'm trembling, but I'm just like, if you didn't go through anything this year, you wouldn't have any testimony. 2024 was a bust so that you could really understand what it meant to have a burning desire. 2024 was a bust so that you could really learn what it meant to have a burning desire and a burning passion to seek something in this world, to have something that you're working towards and something that you're striving towards and something that makes you feel passionate, something that makes you feel whole, something that makes you feel like it's worth getting up in the morning. 2024 was for you to see what that is. 2024 was a bust so that you can see what it really means to be committed to a goal, committed to a outcome, committed to a dream, committed to a desire. That's what this year was for. It was to show you how bad do I really want it. I don't fell all the way down to my knees and got beat upside the head with all of my mistakes. How bad do I really want it? Do I want this bad enough to go into 2025 and fix all my mistakes so that I can get the fruit of the diligence for my commitment? Because see, this year I wasn't committed like I said I was. This year I wasn't focused like I said I was. This year it was too easy for me to get distracted. This year it was too easy for me to indulge in my pleasures. This year it was too easy for me to say, I'll do it later. This year it was too easy for me to seek comfort instead of really getting in the trenches and really doing that groundwork that I know I need to do. This year it was way too easy for me to look for somebody to come save me. But 2025, I gotta realize that I'm all I got. 2025, I realize I'm the only person that can deliver me from my own hell that I keep putting myself into over and over and over again. You had to learn what it felt like to slack off this year. You had to learn what it felt like to be slothful. You had to learn what it felt like to play around within your own ignorance and pursue the things of the world. You had to learn what it felt like to not put God first. You had to learn what that felt like this year. So when you go into 2025, you can know that everything that you're working towards is for His glory, and you can also understand that by the grace of God That's how I'm achieving it. Because I tried to do it myself last year and it didn't work out. But me putting God first this year, oh yeah, it's working for me. This year you had to pay the price of your ignorance. You had to pay the price of your laziness. You had to pay the price of your disorientation. It was not focused. You had to pay the price of your weakness, and that's okay. Only thing that we can do is forgive ourselves, and some of the stuff was out of our hands. So God probably gave you a little bit of time to just sit back and soak up as much information as possible, to really look at things from a different perspective. God probably gave you time to really just sit back. If you were sick this year and you couldn't move around, it was time for you to just sit back and rest and just get as much passion built up in you as possible, right? 2024 had to be a bust so that 2025 could be a breakthrough. It had to. This year you had to make some bad choices so that you can really understand how precious each decision is. You had to learn what the consequences of any decision that you made, like how drastic they were, whether it was good consequences from a good choice or bad consequences from a bad choice. And some of you didn't have no consequences at all because you didn't make any choices, and that's just as bad. I'm new to this YouTube, man. I'm so new to these videos and this YouTube and stuff, so y'all gotta be patient with me as far as my delivery and my cohesiveness. But 2024 had to be a bust so you could understand the difference between the person that you are now and the person that is going to take you to become, to achieve the results that you want. If you want your life in 2025 to look different than it did in 2024, what did you learn from this year that you're going to take into next year and do differently? That's the main thing. It's no need to keep on complaining about how bad this year was or how things did not go your way this year. There's no need to even complain about that no more. I bet. It's just like if we playing football, we playing basketball, man, let's watch the film from this year. Let's really go back and analyze what all we did right and what all we did wrong and where we could improve. So now when we making our 2025 game plan, we got stuff to play off of. We got stuff to build off of. We got certain plays like, okay, that play didn't work. Okay, my point guard should have probably pulled up and shot that ball instead of passing it right there. Okay, we probably should have made some substitutions right there. Okay, we probably should have just called a whole different play right here. But all right, going into next season, we got something to work on. Get what I'm saying? It's all just about building blocks. Nothing that happened was in vain. None of the pain was in vain. None of the sacrifice was in vain. Everything that you felt, everything that you sitting with right now is so that you can have a stronger testimony. And so when you do finally accomplish the things that it is that you're trying to accomplish, the person that's underneath you that's trying to accomplish the same thing, you know exactly what to tell them, and you know how to mold them into the person that they need to become so they can achieve the desired results that they want. So yeah, man, I want everybody to understand, man, just because this year did not go how you wanted it to go, it does not mean that next year will be a repeat. Hopefully it won't. It better not be. It shouldn't be, because you learn too much. You learn too much to be in the same position in 2025 that you are in 2024. You done been through that wilderness. You done been, them flames done touched you a little bit too much. You done been burnt up by the flame of God too much to go into 2025 and have the same outcome. I'll be damned. We cannot let that happen. Become the person that you were too scared to become this year. Become the person that you were too, like, man, just become serious. Become serious. Really be serious. Like, be serious about this shit, man. Be serious about who it is that you want to become and the life that you want to live. Be serious about making the changes that you know you need to make. Be serious about your lifestyle. Be intentional. Be serious about putting God first. Like, we do not get another chance at this. Be serious about shifting your scarcity mindset. Be serious about being disciplined and really having a sharp, laser sharp focus. Be serious about not getting distracted. Be serious about not doing what's convenient. Be serious about not being comfortable. Be serious about getting 1% better every day. Be serious about it. That way 2025 can be your breakthrough year. 2024 was our testimony year. 2024 was our year where we got strong. 2024 was the year where we learned our lessons. 2024 was the year that we got humble. 2024 was the year that we was humiliated. But 2025 is going to be the breakthrough year. Because we know what it feel like to be down. We know what it feel like to have to make certain revisions. We know what it feel like to be in them trenches and be surviving. See, 2025, we want to live. But in order for us to live and thrive, we got to do stuff different. We got to be intentional. We can't be slothful anymore. We can't be lazy anymore. We can't just be lackadaisical no more. We have to really be locked in. Learn from every unfortunate circumstance this year. Learn from every shortcoming. Learn from every disappointment. Take those lessons and apply them. Learn from your willful ignorance. Learn from rejecting wisdom. Learn from ignoring the Holy Spirit. Learn from it. That way 2025 can be way better than what you can ever imagine. Understand that God is a God of restoration. Anything that you lost, he can replenish it tenfold. Tenfold. Man, it was a verse in the Bible that I read early today. I can't even think of it right now. This is the verse that I was talking about. Matthew 13:23. As for what was sown on good soil, this is the one who hears the word and understands it. He indeed bears fruit and yields, in one case 100-fold, in another 60, and in another 30. So this year in 2024, we probably had some seeds that was not planted on good soil, right? But going into next year, we're gonna plant all our seeds on good soil. So however much we lost this year is fine, it's cool, right? We probably weren't moving with pure intent, or we probably weren't moving with righteousness, or we probably was just saying that we probably had the intention to, but we probably just somehow fell short. But see, this year we're gonna move with pure intent and righteousness from January 1st to December 31st. And because of that, we're gonna bear fruit. And in one case, our yield may be 100-fold, in another 60, and in another 30. So we go into 2025 understanding that as long as we're doing the right thing and planting our seeds in good soil, God is gonna bless us in abundance. So we won't even be able to remember how much we lost in 2024. We're gonna be so happy, and we're gonna be able to rejoice in all of our suffering. We're gonna be able to really be excited about the stuff that we went through this year, because we're gonna really understand that God has blessed me. He blessed me with good soil, and he also blessed me with a good yield. So don't think about all your bad harvests. Don't think about all the bad yields. Don't think about all the harvests that had the droughts and root bud. No, we ain't thinking about all that. Going into this year, we're gonna do everything to make sure that our soil is nourished. If that means getting up, going to the gym, if that means listening to our sermons, if that means reading our books, if that means whatever it may mean for you, we have to enrich our own soil. We can't depend on nobody else or nothing else to do that. Regardless of what's going on, we have to enrich our own soil so that our yield can be in abundance. This year, we was making too many choices that didn't have our soil enriched. We were engaged in too many things that didn't have our soil enriched. But he, the one who hears this word and understands it, if you hearing this and you understand it, you're going to indeed bear fruit and yields. In one case 100, in another 60, and in another 30. So just really, really focus on that. If you understand your shortcomings, if you understand the messages that God was trying to give to you, if you understand the messages and the lessons behind all of the quote unquote bad things that happen to you, then you know God promises you a good yield for 2025. So don't be discouraged. Don't be sad. Don't be weary. Forget about the things of the past. Forget about them. Take the lessons that need to be learned, but forget about the things of the past and just understand this year is going to be such a breakthrough year for you because 2024 was such a bust. God don't owe it to you, but like you owe it to yourself because of God's grace and glory. So, man, let's just lock in, bro. Let's just lock in, bro. Let's limit all the distractions, man. Let's keep all the negative energy away from us. Let's really, really take this year serious. Our life depends on it. Our bloodline depends on it. Our family is dependent on it. We have to be the one that's going to change stuff. We have to be the one that's going to break the generational curses. We have to be the one who's going to shift the tide for our bloodline. It's on us. We can't take it lightly. We can't be lazy. We got to really, really lock in going into 2025. Let's focus up, man. Let's really focus up. And any dream, goal, desire, business venture, anything that you're seeking to accomplish in 2025, bro, you can do it. You can do it. It is achievable. Get the fear out your heart. Believe in yourself. Believe that you went through everything that you've endured through this year for a purpose and for a reason. And just understand you paid your dues this year. This year you had to pay your property tax on the real estate that you're trying to invest in. This year you paid your property tax on the real estate that you're trying to attain. I don't mean just physical real estate. I mean the real estate of the dreams and desires that you want to have. That land that real estate, that land that you want, you was just paying a property tax on it right now for this year. That's all you was doing. Now it's time to walk onto that land and walk onto that real estate and claim it and make it your own, right? So make sure you sowing your seeds on the good soil. Understand what feel like a setback right now is probably just a catapult, just like a slingshot. You gotta pull that motherfucker back. It's just like a slingshot. You gotta pull it back. But when you let it go, it's out of there. And you won't even think about how far you had to go back when you in the sky soaring miles ahead. You won't even be thinking about how far you had to get pulled back. That's just God putting a little bit of impressions on you, just him putting a little bit of a whipping on you. That's all it is. So don't get discouraged. Don't let all your suffering this year be for nothing. Be focused, be sober-minded, be vigilant. Really go into next year with a plan and stick to it. We can't have no distractions. We can't have no pointless interactions. We can't have no energy drainers. We can't have nothing. If it even feels like it's something giving you too much comfort, you need to let it go. Because we need to feel every inch, every bit, every ounce of uncomfortability. We need to feel all of that, so we can learn how to be comfortable with doing all the work that it takes to get us to this dream life, get us to this dream vision, get us to these dream positions, get us to these dream relationships, get us to these dream environments. We gotta know what it feels like to do all of that work. So I'm just like, man, 2024 had to be a buzz so that 2025 could be a real breakthrough. But don't go into the next year with the same 2024 mentality expecting for a change. Be serious, be fierce, be intentional, be strategic. Don't just let these days keep passing by and you ain't doing shit but smoking, drinking, playing the game, on the phone with your homegirl, going to, no, be intentional. Think about it like every day somebody got a gun to your head and you gotta get 1% better every day just so that you can live. This is life or death we talking about for this upcoming year. It's not a game. We played too much this year. We took every day for granted this year. We took it for granted. It's somebody out here that can't breathe right now. It's somebody dead right now. It's somebody about to die. It's somebody on death row. Somebody on their deathbed. We out here playing around. Like we don't have goals and stuff to work towards. Like we don't have stuff to really be striving towards. Like it ain't nothing for us to take serious out here. We not doing that next year, dog. Next year we locking in. So pick yourself up, dust yourself off, go back to the drawing board, figure out what plays you need to draw up, figure out what plays you need to take out of the playbook. And man, let's go win this championship. Let's go win this Super Bowl. Let's get in this mama mentality because we hoopers, we ballers, we Heisman winners. We not bystanders. We not bench riders. We not bench warmers. We not the water boys. No, we star players. So, let's act like it. We coming off an injury right now. This that season where, man, you was the #1 draft pick last year. You came into the season, you got hurt. Everybody counted you out. Everybody wrote you off. You counted yourself out. You wrote yourself off. And now it's time for you to come back this season and really show everybody, like, I'm still balling and I'm balling better than I ever was before. So show yourself, show God, and show the world, man. And let's have a great 2025. For sure.